Well, hello guys. Hope you're getting ready for a nice 4th of July. We're going to be having a quiet one here at home. As we always do. We don't go anywhere for holidays. We just we hang around the house because this is where we'd rather be. But we're going to be making pulled chicken to eat on some sandwiches with some coleslaw. And I just want to show you how I do it. Now, I went to Kroger yesterday with the intention of buying some chicken thighs, which to me the dark meat makes the best pulled chicken for sandwiches. Well, they didn't have any. They were completely sold out of chicken thighs. They had plenty of chicken breasts, but the white meat to me is just a little too dry, and it's just not right. But they did have a lot of chicken legs, so got a bunch of those, and there's 10 good-sized chicken legs. It's the same meat that's on a thigh, and I can't really... I guess people have discovered chicken thighs, and it's my preferred piece of chicken for things like this. So right now, I've got them in here at holding about 185, 190 degrees, and they're going to be in here for quite some time at that low temperature. At which point, I'm going to take them and take a fork and just shred the meat off the bone. And then I'm going to be putting them into that big green egg pan and putting them back in here on indirect heat and letting them cook a little bit more with a little bit of sauce that I'm going to make. And so we've got a low temperature here. We're going to maintain this for the longest time until I can just twist the meat off the bone, and then that'll tell me that it's ready to pull apart with a fork. And I'm getting ready to move into the kitchen and make my coleslaw, and this just a few simple ingredients too. And I'll show you what goes into it. I've taken a small head of cabbage and I sliced it really thin, if you can see that, just like in little slivers. And this is about 2 carrots, very finely grated. Just used a box grater for that. And then what else I have is about a cup. And this is just some red onion out of the garden, pretty well chopped. And this might as well be 2 tablespoons of garlic, mounded over like that, minced garlic. That's about a half a teaspoon of celery seed. And this is equal parts of thyme and dill. Both of which are going mad outside, so went out and got some of that. That's chopped up. About a teaspoon of salt, and then a couple teaspoons of black pepper, teaspoon and a half, something like that. All this is to taste. You just put in the amounts you like. So in this measuring cup, got about 2 cups of the sauce I'm using on this. And what I start out with just white vinegar, distilled white vinegar, about a 1/4 cup or so. This is going to differ depending on how much slaw you make. And then also in here is honey, and that is just to taste. I just put enough honey in, I'll stir it up real well, and then I'll taste that little mixture. And if I find the sweet and the sour is balanced well, and again, that's going to be to taste, I stop. And then I add some other things, and I just put some olive oil mayonnaise in this until I get the creaminess I want. And the only other thing I add to this at this time, 2 things actually. I'm going to go ahead and add, that's a half a teaspoon of paprika. And a good healthy dash of Tabasco. Doesn't make it hot. Again, it just adds, it's kind of like the dill. It just adds a little bit of, what is that in there? It really fits good in a summer dish like this. And now I'll stir this in because that paprika likes to hit wet stuff and just stick to it. So I want to get it well mixed. Everything else is going to mix up really well when I go to the next step. I use one of these Tupperware containers with a good fitting lid. And I dump this in there, and I'll just snap the lid on tight, and I will turn it every which way and just shake it upside down and shake it and side to side and just keep doing that. And then it's into the fridge. And in about 45 minutes I'll take it out and shake it all over again. And I'll do that about 4 times over the next 3 hours or so, just to get everything coated and well mixed. And that's the slaw. And I don't know where I got the recipe. I just have been making this slaw this way since, gosh, early 20s. And my mom loved it when I made cabbage slaw. That's one of the things she always asked me for if I was cooking, if I would make my cabbage slaw. And I really enjoyed making it for her. So that is everything. And that just gets poured in there. And I want all of it. It's pretty thick. Let me snap the lid on this. These have really nice tight fitting lids. Start preliminary shaking, and then I go everywhere with it. Upside down, side to side, shake it like that, and you don't stop until everything is well blended. And it's a good way to do this. You just gotta make sure your lid doesn't come off. Alright, that has to be on there about another 45 minutes. And we'll start breaking it up, put it in the pan. Well, there it is. Time really takes care of the rest. So we've got a pulled chicken sandwich. I put slaw on mine, Kim put some slaw on hers, and then some coleslaw on the side. Smoked up nice and shredded, just easy. Just time consuming. So there it is, guys. Have a good 4th of July. Bye-bye.